By November 15, 2020, all publishers must be compliant to Transparency and Consent Framework 2.0 or TCF 2.0. Many advertisers have already declared and announced that they will be adopting this new policy, which means if consent signals are not detected from your site, they could stop bidding or buying traffic from your site and could result to drop in revenues. In this tutorial, we will show you how to convert your tags to be TCF 2.0 compliant and avoid regulatory penalties, prevent catastrophic effects on your ad revenues that could be brought about by this new regulation. In order to test if your implementation is correct, go ahead and right-click Inspect to load DevTools on your site. Append the URL with pg_GDPR equals emulate-EU and reload the page. Again, let's go back to the network tab. Now you will notice we don't see any ads right now that's loading, and we have this consent pop-up. So on the network tab, if you filter that with ads, ? You're not going to see any result, which means none of the ads are loaded yet. You can also look for Analytics, for Google Analytics, and you won't see it either. So that means our Google Analytics code and all our ad tags are covered with this consent right here, which is a PubGuru data guard. And once I load or consent, now you see ads are loading. And if we filter the results here for ads, you will see all the ad calls running. And we have here the analytics code loading as well. The bottom line is none of your tags that gather personal information from users should be served unless you obtain consent first. We published a blog here that will provide you a guide depending on which type of tag you're running on page and how to convert it to become TCF 2.0 compliant. And at the bottom of this blog, you will see how to properly test PubGuru Data Guard. We will post the link in the description box below, so please go ahead and check that out. Now let me go ahead and quickly demonstrate on how you can convert your tags to be TCF 2.0 compliant. If you're running Google Ad Manager tags on page, the header and the body tags, plus Google Analytics deployed on page, on our guide, go ahead and grab the template. Using a code editor, paste it. Now you will notice on this template you have the header section and the body section. And here, you put the GAM tag, and here you put the Google Analytics tracking code. But let me show you how this is done. Let's say, for example, this was your header tag deployed on the site straight from Google Ad Manager. All you need to do here is copy from this line, Google tag.cmd.push function, down to the last right here. And on the code editor, you replace that section up to here as well. And that's it. So if you have more ad units running on page, obviously you're going to have more lines in here. But what's important is that you copied from this line up until this line. For Google Analytics, what we need to do is just grab the tracking code. So if this was the Google Analytics code you have deployed on the site, all you need to do is copy this section. And on the template, replace this and this. And that's it. This script right here will be provided to you by your MonetizeMore account manager. This is a placeholder and it will be customized and configured for you. Once everything's all set, grab and deploy this in the header section of your site. And this would replace the codes that you have previously deployed. So the tags from Google Ad Manager that you previously deployed in the header, you need to remove them. And also your Google Analytics code, remove them. And this entire thing will have to replace them in the header section. If you are using Ad Inserter, go to the Settings tab, Header, and Deploy. Make sure it's turned on and save settings. If you are using Advanced Ads, click to create a new ad, give it a name, plain text and code, deploy the code in here, publish, and then select Head for the placement. Now let's talk about the body section of the template. Depending on how many ad units you're running, copy this in as many instances as needed. So if you're running, let's say 5, then you copy them 5 times. And what you need to do here is grab the div ID that matches the header tag. So for the first ad unit, for example, here's the div ID. I'll grab that and replace this and this. And this is for my first ad unit. For the second ad unit, I'll do the same. Grab that, replace, and replace. And if I have more ad units in here, I'll do the same exact steps for the rest of my div IDs in here. Now, once all my body tags are ready, grab them one at a time and deploy. If using WordPress Ad Inserter, choose a block that you can use, deploy the tag, target the page, and specify the insertion where you want it to show up. And do the same for the rest of your ad units. Once all done, click on Save. If using advanced ads, create a new ad, plain text and code, paste the tag, specify your visitor and display conditions as needed, and then publish. After that, select the placement where you want it to show up. And this again will replace the body tags that you have previously deployed. That's why if you notice, your header tags are now inside the PGACQ push function, and at the same time, the body tags are also wrapped inside the same function. Now, our code will make sure that we don't serve them until we obtain consent. And following the guide, don't forget to test to make sure everything works. And one more thing, if you still have this code deployed anywhere on your site, cdn.pubgroup.com/pg.js, go ahead, disable or remove it. The new script that we are providing you with has all the advanced features and is TCF 2.0 compliant.
That concludes our video for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on our latest videos. See you next time!